5 signs of a stupid woman. Immature psychology facts. Let's be honest for a moment. In the age of filters, fake confidence, and fast opinions, intelligence isn't just about books and degrees, it's about emotional depth, judgment, and self-awareness. But not every woman you meet is sharp, grounded, or wise. Some women, no matter how attractive they seem, reveal their foolishness through their actions, decisions, and mindset. And if you're not paying attention, you might get pulled into their chaos. So today, we're going to break down 5 undeniable signs of a stupid woman, using psychology, logic, and a whole lot of raw truth. These signs will help you stay alert, make better choices, and avoid women who'll drain your peace, not build your future. Let's dive in. 1. She thinks loud equals smart. Some women believe that volume equals power. She talks over people, cuts into conversations, and thinks being aggressive is the same as being confident. But here's the reality. According to psychology, truly intelligent people tend to be measured. They listen more than they speak. They choose words with intention. A stupid woman, on the other hand, is addicted to noise. She doesn't seek to understand, only to be heard. Watch how she handles disagreements. If she instantly goes into shouting mode, belittles others to win an argument, or turns every discussion into a scene, she's not showing strength. She's showing a lack of emotional control. That's immaturity wearing a mask of boldness. A smart woman knows her presence can be felt without a raised voice. A stupid woman screams because she has nothing else to offer. 2. She values drama over peace. Every week there's a new fight, a new enemy, a new reason to feel offended. And guess what? She's always the victim. That's not coincidence. That's emotional instability. Psychologists call it high reactivity behavior. It's a personality trait found in people who can't self-regulate. They feed off chaos because peace feels boring. They confuse emotional turbulence with passion. A stupid woman doesn't know how to be still. She creates tension because it makes her feel alive. But a wise woman, she values peace. She doesn't look for drama. She protects her energy from it. Here's your test. If she constantly complains about friends, switches social circles every season, or tells you, "I hate fake people," more than once a week, you're not dating a deep thinker. You're dating a walking storm, and you're going to get wet. 3. She thinks being loud equals being strong. There's a huge difference between confidence and arrogance, and many people, especially emotionally immature women, don't know where that line is. A woman who equates loudness with power often ends up pushing people away rather than drawing them in. Why? Because true strength doesn't need to shout. A truly confident woman commands respect by how she carries herself, how she listens, how she responds, not how often she raises her voice or dominates every room. But a stupid woman? She believes being loud means she's untouchable. She believes that being the center of attention equals being the most powerful, and she'll bulldoze others in conversations just to feel heard. But people eventually learn to tune out noise. What they never forget is poise. She'll interrupt, overtalk, argue over small things, and confuse aggression with assertiveness. But at the core, this isn't power. It's insecurity wrapped in bravado. She uses volume to mask the fact that she doesn't have control over her emotions. Men who date women like this often describe the relationship as exhausting. There's no peace, no grounding energy, just constant tension and chaos. But a wise man knows if she needs to dominate the conversation to feel seen, she's not emotionally stable enough to handle real connection. Real strength is silent confidence, not verbal warfare. 4. She blames everyone but herself. We all know someone like this. Every bad thing in her life is someone else's fault. If she failed a test, it's because the teacher was unfair. If her job sucks, the boss is toxic. If her relationships don't last, well, it's because men are trash. This woman has mastered the art of external blame. She never takes responsibility because in her world, accountability doesn't exist. That's a dangerous mindset. A stupid woman sees life as something that happens to her, not something she's an active part of. The idea that her own choices, behaviors, or attitudes might be the cause of her problems is terrifying to her. So instead, she points fingers. Always. This type of woman makes terrible partners. Why? Because when things go wrong, and they always will, she'll never self-reflect. She'll twist the story, play the victim, and turn everything into an emotional mess that leaves the man confused and drained. On the flip side, smart, emotionally aware women own their actions. They apologize when they're wrong, they learn from their mistakes. That's the kind of partner who builds with you, not tears you down. So pay attention. If she blames everyone for everything, run. Because what you're dealing with is not just immaturity, it's a woman who will never grow. 5. She glorifies toxic beauty trends and craves attention. Let's talk about the woman who lives for Instagram likes, TikTok trends, and constant validation from strangers online. The one who treats her worth like it's tied to her selfie lighting or how many compliments she gets in a day. This isn't confidence, it's addiction. A stupid woman doesn't just participate in the culture of surface-level attention, she worships it. She'll spend hours on filters, dress for the algorithm, and confuse sexual objectification with female empowerment. She calls it self-love, but what it really is self-exploitation. Here's the harsh truth. When a woman seeks external validation to feel valuable, she's never going to feel whole. She'll constantly chase likes, attention, and praise because without it, she feels empty. That's the woman who needs male attention 24/7, even in a relationship. She's the one who gets anxious if no one's texting her, who feels lost without 100 story views, and if you're with her, you'll always feel like you're in competition with the entire internet. A wise woman, though, she knows her worth comes from within. Her confidence doesn't need to be broadcast. And that quiet confidence, that's what real high-value men crave. So ask yourself, is she building substance or is she building a highlight reel? The answer will tell you everything about her maturity and her future. Let's be real for a moment. The word stupid isn't just about IQ. It's not about book smarts or education. It's about emotional immaturity, poor decision-making, and the inability to self-reflect. And these 5 signs we just walked through, they're not just red flags, they are flashing neon warnings. A woman who constantly needs attention to feel valuable, a woman who blames everyone else when things go wrong, a woman who's loud but lacks emotional grounding, a woman who confuses external beauty with internal worth, and a woman who thinks emotional manipulation is power. These women are not ready for love. They're not ready for leadership, and they're definitely not ready to build a strong, healthy relationship with a man of value. So if you're watching this and thinking, damn, I've met her, or worse, I'm dating her, don't panic, but don't ignore it either, because here's the truth. You teach people how to treat you. If you continue to tolerate toxic, childish, emotionally lazy behavior, you'll continue to attract women who live on drama and run from accountability. But if you raise your standards, not just for her, but for yourself, you'll stop attracting stupidity and start attracting substance. A high-value man doesn't chase chaos. He doesn't argue with delusion. He observes, he decides, and he walks away from anything that disturbs his peace. So keep your eyes open. Pay attention to the signs, because behind the makeup, behind the filters, behind the soft voice or loud attitude, there's either wisdom or weakness. Choose wisely. And if you found value in this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and let me know, have you ever dealt with a woman who showed one of these signs? What did you do? Until next time, stay sharp, stay stoic, and remember, a woman can either be your peace or your prison. The choice is always yours.